Hi everyone, Bernard here with the latest Citizen vlog, which is a city quiz today. Another city quiz, of course. If you're new to the channel, we do these quizzes, and obviously while things are quiet on the football front, whilst I'm recording this, and obviously we do Citizen vlogs past of city's history as well. So please, if you're new to the channel, push the old subscribe button. That'd be great. Push the bell notification so you know when these little vlog specials are coming out, and please, thumbs up's always appreciated. It's nice to get lots of viewers, but it's nice to get thumbs up as well, just to show that appreciation. Thank you very much. And today we're gonna, my thanks to if you've scanned this book, and obviously as you know I've been doing various quizzes and using information. This dates back to 2015-16 and the Citizen Members Handbook that was given out. So I've used that as my source of this material for today's quiz, which is a who said this, or who said what, or what was being talked about. So it's like a quote. So obviously I'll do a famous quote. You have to decide what player it's talking about, or a particular match, or a particular circumstance. So there's 15 questions, obviously, with a total of 17 points up for grabs. I didn't do particularly well on this, I don't think. I'll let you know what I scored as we go through at the end. Not the greatest with this one. I'll try and give you as much information as I can without telling you the answer, obviously, but just a bit of fun, obviously, and please let me know in the comments what you're going to score in this. Anyway, so who said this, who said what, or what happened, etc. This is just a little bit of a fun quiz. Do it in normal time. You can do it in normal time. I'll leave a bit of a gap so you can put an answer. Or, of course, if you want to have a think about it, just pause this vlog, or just pause it and start it again when you've had a think. And you know, so it's all a bit of fun. So, but there's nothing wrong with having a pause and having a think. I'm useless put on the spot anyway, so I'd be doing it exactly the same. All right, 15 questions. Shall we get on with them? Right, question 1. This is a message from someone. This is a message that someone gave. And his quote was, "There's never been a day when I've not been proud to lead the team out at the Etihad Stadium." So obviously we're talking a captain, aren't we? Never been a day when I've not been proud to lead the team out at the Etihad Stadium. So obviously Wembley, the managers lead the teams out, don't they? But obviously that doesn't happen at the Etihad, obviously. So who said that? Who said that quote? Nice, easy one to start you off with. There's 1 point in the bag for you. Right, the next one. Listen carefully to this one. I'm after which player is being talked about and who said it. So who said it and which player are we talking about? And this goes back to 2006. 2006? Put 2006 head on. Think who was there then? And the quote. Listen carefully. "Bernardo wants to work hard and he cannot understand why he gets a day off in the week. When I give him a day off, he comes in and works. I am pleased he has got his reward for working hard." So who said that and about which player? Give you the clue with the date there, didn't I? Made it easy. It would have been more confusing if we hadn't given you the date. Bernardo. Next one. Again, I'm looking for who said it and about which player. So this is going 2009. A lot of these will be between 2005 and 2012, 14 sort of thing, region. So which player and who said it? "I can't remember a better goalkeeping debut. I'd argue till the day is long that there's very few better than in these situations. Just on that performance, you'll understand why I wanted to bring him here." So who said it and who they were talking about? So obviously made a very special debut. So we made a debut in 2009, and who was the manager? Who was City's manager? Who said it? Who would have said it about his player? Question 4. So I just need so these are all single point answers now. So I just need a name. So the name for this one, I'm after a player. This was said back in 2015. "I'll never forget that reception. It was unbelievable. And every time I come back here, it's like coming home." So who said that? What player was that about? And on to the next one. This is question 5. Another very complimentary saying about City again. 2015 again. Who said this? This is a special club. To the fans, from the bottom of my heart, it's been an absolute pleasure to play for you. So who said that back in 2015? Right, who said the following comment back in 2005? So I'm going back a bit further now. Very, very emotional game. It was a very emotional reaction. I'm delighted for the players. I still feel like a player, to be honest. I'm still learning to step back and be analytical. Tim Flowers has had to drag me out of the tunnel at the end and remind me to shake Mr. Benitez's hand. Someone a bit mixed up with all the action and the glory there from a game back in 2005. So who was that quote for? Well, this is Joe Hart now. Joe Hart made this comment, so I told you he made the comment, but who is Joe Hart? Which game is Joe Hart talking about? It's a very famous game in 2013. So I'll read you what Joe Hart said. So what game is it? What game is it? What was the score? I'll give you a point if you know the game. I'll give you, obviously, if you know the score, you don't get any extra points. But I'm after the game. Which game was it? Joe Hart said, it was a fantastic, amazing goal by Sergio, but we're disappointed not to have won this game. It was a big game, 2013. It was a fantastic, amazing goal by Sergio, but we're disappointed not to have won this game. So what game were they talking about? And we've got another game. The next question. This is a journalist quoting about a game. So which game are they talking about here? This is 2012. A big game back in 2012. Instead of Joe Hart being quoted, this is about Mr. Hart. Hart left the pitch to a deserved ovation from City's fans, punching the badge on his shirt in recognition of their appreciation, the England keeper having single-handedly kept them in the game. I can think of a few games where perhaps Joe Hart did, but this is going back to 2012, this one. Very, very big game. So what game was the journalist talking about? What was the quote from? What game? Don't necessarily need the score, just the game, if you can remember the game. Question 9. Sort of general thing that was said. This was said. I'm not going to give you the date because it gives it away a little bit too much, but it could be, you can guess at this one, obviously, if you don't know. It's a general comment, but who said this? Winning the title is very important, but so is the way we're going to win it. There are many ways to win it, but I choose this one. Attractive football. So have a think about that one. It could be 2, 3, or it could be 2 or 3 managers, couldn't it? But which one? Which one said that? So it's a manager, you know that bit. So narrow it down. I won't give you the year because then it'd be too easy. I'm after another manager here as well now. I'm after another manager. But this was back in 2011. Now he's sort of complimenting City, but I mean he's not rocket science what he's coming out with, but it's nice to hear it being said by opposition managers, especially this one, which he doesn't always get great press from or love from City fans, for instance. And the quote is, and who said it? This is 2011, don't forget. Man City remind me of Chelsea 5 years ago under Jose Mourinho. They're a big, strong, powerful group of players with good pace and ability and talent as well. So they'll be a force next year. They'll be a danger to the other teams chasing the championship. So who said that back in 2011? Right, next one. We've got another manager talking about somebody. So I'm not going to give you the date again because it might give you a clue. So this is what he said. He's a handful. I thought one chop deserved to stay in and his goal was reward for hard work. We took a big step. We even played some good stuff in the second half. We can't say we are safe yet, but it's more in our own hands. So obviously it's a modern day game, but obviously City's struggling in the league there, aren't we? So if we give you the year, it'd probably be too easy. But who said that about one chop and the state of City at that point in time? That was question 11. Question 12. Again, I've got to be careful what I give you too much information on this one. This is 2009. So who said this? The emotion took over me. Now I just have to say sorry. It was silly to run up in front of the fans. I didn't plan it, not at all. I didn't even know that I would score. 2009. Someone's got emotions got a little bit taken away with him there. He got a bit carried away, didn't he? So I ignored the team there, just so too much of a clue, but you should know that one. So that was back in 2009. So someone obviously apologising for his actions after scoring. Who was that? Question 13. Again, after another player here. Who said this? Again, very emotional at the time. This is 2010. So I've gone to 2010. You might be able to get this one. It was very special for me to score 2 goals against United, my former team. But now I'm City, and this was for the City fans. So who said that back in 2010? It was very special for me to score 2 goals against United, my former team. It gives it all away. But now I'm City, and this was for the City fans. Question 14 and 15, a famous commentator quote. So you certainly should get one of them. The first one is an interesting one because it could have been said 2 or 3, 4 times about this player over the last few seasons. But this is, I'm looking for a specific commentator. And he said this back in 2012, so that'll help as well. It wasn't, I could think it might have been said in 2019, but this is back in 2012. And the comment was, cometh the hour, cometh the captain. So who said it? Which commentator said that famous line? Cometh the hour, cometh the captain. That was 2012. As I say, we could have probably had 2 or 3 since then as well with the same sentiment, but I'm looking for that specific one. And the last one. Well, I started with an easy one, didn't I? I'm gonna end with an easy one. Which commentator is famous for this comment? I swear you'll never see anything like this again. So watch it, drink it in. I won't carry on with that, but still get a little bit goosebumpy, don't we? Every time that comes on. Well, I do anyway. I'm sure most of you do as well. So which commentator? I swear you'll never see anything like this again. So watch it, drink it in. So who was that by? Right, there you go. 15. How did you do? I'll tell you what I scored as we're going through the answers. Right, the first one. Well, if you look at my thumbnail, I mean, yeah, and it was quite an easy one, anyway, wasn't it? Certainly wasn't that difficult to figure. Vincent Kompany, obviously, his quote, there's never been a day when I've not been proud to lead the team out at the Etihad Stadium. And of course, I didn't give away the other one. I mean, I can't even remember. I can remember Bernardo Corradi. Of course I can. Of course I can remember him. But I can remember Corradi, but I forgot his name was Bernardo. So I was totally confused by that because I immediately thought Bernardo Silva. But obviously it was Bernardo wants to work hard and he can't understand why he gets a day off, etc., etc. It was obviously Stuart Pearce talking about Bernardo Corradi. So give yourself 2 points if you got both those. I'll give myself 0 points because I wouldn't have got that at all. And the debut, obviously, it was a goalkeeping debut, wasn't it? And again, I may have edged at Joe Hart, but I mean, I knew that would probably be wrong, but I couldn't. I forgot, and obviously, I can't remember a better goalkeeping debut, etc. Was by Mark Hughes about Shay Given. Of question 3. So it was about Shay Given. So if you give yourself 2 points, if you said Mark Hughes and Shay, give yourself a point if you got either or. So you say you remembered it was Shay Given, but you can't remember who said it, etc. So that was, yeah, of course, Shay. And I'll give myself 0 points because I don't honestly think I would have got that. And the next one, I'll never forget that reception. It was unbelievable. Every time I come back here, it's like coming home. And of course, he came back with QPR, didn't he, in 2015? The wonderful, superb Shawnee Wright-Phillips. So he was just making that comment about the reception he gets every time he comes back. And then he's with his QPR kit. I think he came on right towards the end of the game as a substitute as well. So give yourself a point if you said Sean Wright-Phillips. I'll give myself a point. I would have probably guessed that one. I wouldn't have been 100% sure, but I would have probably guessed that one. And of course, the next one, moving forward to 2015. This is a special club to the fans from the bottom of my heart, etc. Of course, we're talking Super Frank, aren't we? Frank Lampard. So give yourself a point. If you said Frank Lampard, that's question 5. I'll give myself a point for that one. I would have managed to stumble through that one. The next one, yeah, I won't give myself a point. I might have forgot this actually, but obviously I'm delighted for the players. I still feel like a player, to be honest, still learning to step back and be analytical, etc., etc. It was obviously after City beat Liverpool in 2005, and of course it was Stuart Pearce obviously commenting because he forgot to shake Benitez's hand as he after the game because he was so excited about it all. So yeah, if you got Stuart Pearce, give yourself a point for that. I'm not going to give. I'm going to say I wouldn't have got that one. I mean, if I'd had a couple of hours to think about it, I may have, come out with an either or. But I'm not going to give myself anything for that. And the next one, obviously the Joe Hart quote. It was fantastic, amazing goal by Sergio. But we're disappointed not to have won the game. Yeah, he was talking about obviously February 2013 with the 2-2 draw against Liverpool. That superb goal from the tightest of angles, if you remember, obviously at the family stand then, wasn't it? So he was talking about Sergio Aguero's wonderful goal. So the game was City against Liverpool, which obviously ended 2-2. But if you said City and Liverpool, give yourself a point. I would have remembered it was against Liverpool. I couldn't remember the score. I knew we'd drawn, but I didn't. Could have been 1-1 for all I knew. And the next game as well, we're always already talking about again. As I said, there's probably 3 or 4 games where Joe Hart really saved our bacon in Europe, and this is a European game. And obviously, it was the Borussia Dortmund game where he was praised by the journalists. This was David McDonnell in the Daily Mirror. He single-handedly kept us in it. And yes, we actually drew the game 1-1. October 2012. So if you said City and Borussia Dortmund, give yourself a point for that. I don't think I would have got that. I may have guessed at one, but I'm not sure I would have guessed at Borussia Dortmund, to be honest with you. So I won't give myself anything for that. And of course, the winning the title is very important, but it's the way you do it. I choose this one, attractive football. I mean, it could have been Pellegrini, Mancini, or Pep, couldn't it? But it was Manuel Pellegrini back in 2014. If I'd give you 2014, it would have been too easy, wouldn't it? But of course, that was give yourself a point if you said Manuel Pellegrini. I would have probably guessed that because obviously I sort of remember that. I sort of remember Pellegrini doing that. So I'll give myself a point for that one. Yeah, who made his prediction that City were obviously going to be chasing the championship from obviously the prediction was made in 2011, so obviously 2011-12 we won the championship, so he was right. But obviously it was Mr. Tony Pulis at the end of the season, obviously after City had beaten Stoke 3-0 in the league as well. Obviously he actually said that Man City remind me of Chelsea, they're a big, strong, powerful group of players. So yeah, that was Tony Pulis. Give yourself a point for Tony Pulis. Obviously he was a Stoke manager at the time. Question 11. Well, this obviously with the threat of relegation, obviously with this comment, wasn't it? He's a handful. One shot deserved to stay in his stay, and his goal was a reward. Obviously, after a 1-0 win at Newcastle, obviously, and Mr. Kevin Keegan had took us back to Newcastle, obviously May 2004. We can't say we're safe yet, but it's more in our own hands. Of course, that was a Kevin Keegan quote, which obviously, if I'd said 2004, it may have given it away a little bit, but. Obviously, that's the answer we're looking for, Kevin Keegan. So I'll give myself a point for that because I was thinking of a time we were struggling and the time One Chop was playing. So you put the two together, you more or less get the year, don't you? So anyway, that was Mr. Kevin Keegan. And the one who let his emotions run away with him, obviously, this is question 12. Of course, it was Emmanuel Adebayor, obviously against Arsenal, obviously where I missed out. I left blank the Arsenal fans there. So obviously that was against Arsenal where they got a little bit carried away, to say the least, and run the full length of pitch to celebrate in front of the Arsenal fans, and did apologise afterwards. But hey, there you go. We enjoyed it if the Arsenal fans didn't. And another one where his emotions got a little bit, at times, didn't they? It was very special for me to score 2 goals against United, my former team, but now I'm a City player. I mean, that sort of give it away, didn't it? 2010, it had to be obviously Carlos Tevez, didn't it? So that was quite, again, not one of the hardest to actually work out. Obviously, that was give yourself a point for Carlos Tevez. On the last two, obviously this I wouldn't have known this one because I remember that now I've read it, I know it, but I wouldn't have remembered it at the time. Obviously, come with the hour, come with the captain. We're talking the game against United, aren't we? With the brilliant Vincent Kompany's header. Look at the flare in the back, the flare in the background. I mean, it's a great moment. But it could have been said. It could have been said against Leicester last season, 2019, couldn't it? It could have been the same sort of thing said by a commentator. Come with the hour, come with the captain. But it was Alistair Mann, obviously Ali Mann, TV commentary. So Alistair Mann, obviously a City fan himself, isn't he? I think. So yeah, that's the one I was looking for. But I'm sure similar things have been said. And of course, well, the last question, question 15. I mean, yeah, I'll give myself a point for that. I'm sure I don't think I would have needed much help. I swear you'll never see anything like this again. So watch it, drink it in. Not always wonderful guys, and we're not much love from City fans for this guy, but obviously he made the most of that, didn't he? And he probably knew he was witnessing a piece of history, so that's why because most of the time when City score and Martin Tyler's commentating, that's the answer I wanted. Martin Tyler, it's as though nothing's happened, it's just no emotion whatsoever. He's just, but obviously he made the most of this one, didn't he? And it is a superb one. It will go down in history, obviously, as well as the game and as well as the goal and as well as the season did. So, yeah, of course, it was the Aguero moment. There you go. How did you do? 17. Let me have a look what I scored. Not very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only got 8 out of 17. So that isn't, it's not even halfway, is it? That's pretty pathetic. But I'm sure some of you did better than that. Or I say it's quite hard. It's not an easy one, is it? That one. It's knowing quotes, and sometimes I'll give you a little bit of help with the years and stuff. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of fun. Who said what was said about who, and who did what, and when was it, and what game was it. So hope you enjoyed that anyway. Thanks for watching today. Please, you can follow me on Twitter at Charles Dineen. Dineen spent D-I-N-N-E-N. All personal stuff and City stuff on there, and also on my little other Twitter account, which is at nostalgia_movie, which concentrates more on films, TV, drama, and City as well. You can follow me on either of those. They're both linked together anyway. I'm on Facebook at Bernard Dineen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, posters from the 90s and 2000s, and older board games, more of the retro board games. So if you can have a look on there, moviegamenostalgia.com. Much appreciated. So thank you very much for joining me today for this, and please join for something else quite soon. There's lots of stuff. Check the links below. Check all the playlists, etc. There's lots of stuff if you're a little bit bored or you're looking for something to do. And please tell your friends about these Citizen vlogs. Be much appreciated if you can. Whatever you're gonna do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself. Look after your friends. Look after your family. Look out for everyone at the moment. The time I'm recording this, things aren't great, obviously, in the country with this the virus, etc. So please, let's look after each other as much as we can. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.